Hello everyone, welcome to StarSea Tarot. I am Charlene Lizette. In today's video, you are going to be receiving an urgent message from your guides. Your guides could be masters, teachers, loved ones, spirit guides. They could be loved ones that have passed on. They could be your angels. It could be anybody that you work with that aligns with you, the helpers in the subtle realms and the divine realms, okay? This message, I actually started to receive it late last night. I'm recording this the day after at 5 o'clock in the morning. That is how important this message is for you. So I was called to put together 4 different piles or groups, which you can see in front of you here. Please know that I will never directly DM you or ping you or anything for a reading or a message. You can only work with me through my website. Please, please, please pay attention to that and use discernment, because there are a lot of awful scammers out there in this world right now. I will never message you directly over on Instagram, okay? So what I'm going to do right now that I've done the spiel, is I'm going to place crystal amulets. I picked these yesterday while I was channeling, sitting with the energy, and we are going to dive into a lot of oracle cards and some tarot to see what urgent message your guides, your spirit army have for you. If you don't want to pick with crystals, you can pick either group 1, group 2, group 3, or group 4. And now I'm going to be adding the crystal amulets. All right, so here are the groups with the amulets. These are from StarSea Jewels. These are designed by me, and you can purchase them in the description box below, okay? Group number 1, Luminous. It's got Amethyst and Opalite. Group number 2, this is High Priestess. It's got Labradorite and Moonstone. Group number 3, Divina. It's got Angelite, Amethyst, Rose Quartz. Group number 4, Priestess, Blue Lace Agate, and Moonstone. Once you've picked your group, take a look at the description box below or the pinned comment for the timestamp that corresponds with the group that you have chosen, and I will see you over at your reading. See you soon. All right, group number 1, welcome to your reading. You picked Luminous as the amulet, or group number 1. Luminous is all about helping you to tune in and tap into your crown chakra. This is about becoming an open vessel to receiving the spiritual messages that your divine team, that the higher consciousness wants to deliver to you. It is how you are able to be tuned in, tapped in to the energy that tethers and connects every single being here on earth. And the crystals opalite and amethyst are designed together to help you to open up. So if you're feeling like your crown chakra is sometimes, feeling a little bit stagnant or muddy, or if you're not feeling like you're able to really use or activate your third eye, then Luminous would be a great amulet for you, and you can purchase those in the description box below. There are going to be a lot of cards that we're going to be pulling out, so I do have this specific card, which is what you picked, and then we're going to shuffle other cards as well for you. I do want to see if I can get a channeled message. So I just heard, just do it. Stop playing around. Stop holding yourself back. Stop resisting and just do it. Okay, we will channel in a little bit. All right, look at that. Birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. I honestly feel like you are, and look at all this purple here, very much connected to the crown and the third eye. I very much can feel within your energy that there is something that you have been resisting, something that you are almost like afraid to start, if I could use that word, or are saying this. This sentence that I'm going to use right now is something that I've even been guilty of saying, and it's like, when I do this, then I can do this. Like, when I lose 10 pounds, then I can find love. When I quit my job, then I can start my new job. When I heal, then I can find love. It's a terrible, terrible way to live, and you are really being called right now, group number 1, to stop vibrating at that frequency of feeling like you are not good enough, you are not ready enough, you are not prepared enough, you are not enough, because you are. And it is time for you to step in and start doing it. So I wanted to take 3, and clearly they wanted to come out in a very dramatic way. The dramas makes me feel like, I'm not sure if you have a flair for the dramatic, maybe you like acting, maybe you like performing, maybe you are just out of this world in your personality. And I do feel like for some of you, because my throat is starting to feel funny. I do feel like for some of you, it's like you've been told you're too much, you know, or you've been told that, like, don't behave like that, or like, why are you acting like that? Or, you know, that's too much, or quiet down, or shush your voice, or don't talk so much. There's something about the freedom of expression. There's something about you really just showing up and illuminating the world with your light, with like this beautiful gift that you have, whether it be for performing, whether it be for spreading joy, whether it be for talking, whatever it is that is tuned in and tapped in with your energy. It's your time now to just show it out into the world. Like, show off your talents, show off your gifts. And if you needed more confirmation about the fact that your helpers in the subtle realms are with you today, here is the Council of the Light, Divine Orchestration. I'm not even sure if you've ever watched me before. You may be a completely new person to the channel. If you are, hello, hi, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. Okay, I hope you click subscribe and you become a part of our collective. But I almost feel like you were divinely guided here. Like, something told you click on this video. Something told you pick group 1. And it just felt very much like it was something that you needed to do. You might not necessarily even watch too many tarot videos, but you were called to watch this one. And then yes, just say yes. I mean, group number 1, how many times do you need to be reminded by the universe how powerful you are, okay? And how much source consciousness and the universe and your angels and your masters and your teachers and your loved ones, like how much they are truly with you, all right? We're going to get 3 cards for this. We're going to do 3 3 3s. I'm going to show you how the spread's going to look. It's going to look gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. All right. We have the courageous peony, multifaceted, unique nature. Let yourself be seen. We're really seeing a theme here, group number 1. You know, if you feel comfortable, share what happened to you in the comments below. You know, I do read them and I try to reply as to many of them as possible. But the reason why I say share it if you feel comfortable is because you never know what somebody else is going through. You never know the struggles, the obstacles, the challenges, why other people are resisting or holding themselves back from living their best life. And sometimes sharing your story is actually one of the most beautiful things that you can do. For the second card, you got Lost Lands, Soul Memories and Gifts. You've done this before. This is definitely part of your journey. This is definitely part of your empowerment journey, of you tuning in and tapping in and remembering what your power is. And I almost want to say breaking free from the illusions that however you choose to express yourself moving forward in your life, like this big birthing of a new creation that you have been resisting or holding back from, like that it's actually now time for you to just like show up authentically, unapologetically, just show up. And to remember that this is something that's inside of you. Okay, I'm going to give you an example right now of the fact that like every single one of us has this to a degree or not. We all come in with certain gifts, with certain pieces of knowledge, of information that we just know. Have you ever seen somebody play sports and just be really naturally good at it? So my son Charlie, he's 7, okay? And I don't say this because he's my kid, because I will tell you, like, there's certain things he's not good at. But when I watch him play sports, I can tell that he came from a past life of playing sports. Like he was it's just he's a naturally super athletic gifted kid, and he's always been like that even since he was like 2, 3. And it just catching, throwing, like everything just comes super super natural to him. And you know, our astrology has little hints as to the gifts we come into this world with. For example, for me, I've always known how to work with energy, work with magic, and have like esoteric knowledge in my mind. And yes, I've done a lot of reading. Yes, I've done a lot of studying, but there are a lot of things that I just know without knowing. And that's because of what I've come into this world with. You've come into this world with certain gifts, with certain capabilities, with natural talents that you are now feeling a pull to. You're feeling a calling to just like show up in the world and share your gifts, your talents, your capabilities with the world. But you keep holding yourself back. I'm not ready yet. I don't want to be perceived the wrong way. Like, I don't want to be judged. I don't want to be social media. I don't like all these excuses. When this happens, and this will happen, and da 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 da. Like, this reading today is to tell you enough. This urgent message that was coming in for you is that it is time for you to do it. Literally, the first downloaded message before I even pulled any cards off, you can rewind the video, just do it, was the message. So I heard that loud and clear. Let's get the third card for you. Again, birthing creations, tapestry of life expression, the 7 star sisters. I really don't know how many more cards you could get to tell you that it's time to start. And if you're feeling lost on how to take this new chapter or how to start this new chapter, right? If you're feeling like, yeah, okay, Shar, I'm ready, but I don't know how. Go take a look at my main channel over at Charlene Lizette. Okay, there's a link to it in the description box, but I'll also see if I can pop a little video on the top right here at the very end of this reading so that you can watch some videos and see how you can start, like how to take that next step, because it can feel very overwhelming when you don't have a plan. So putting a plan in place together and getting very clear will definitely help you out and will definitely propel you forward. Okay, and that's what you have to do now. Maybe you're those type of people that like didn't like planning, didn't like setting a schedule or mapping things out, and that's that resistance, right? You can't resist anymore, group number 1. I will say this to you. I talked about it in the video, actually the 2 videos, the monumental shifts that are happening in 2023 over on my main channel, and also the top 5 secrets to help you spiritually prepare for 2023. So in those 2 videos over on my main channel, I actually talk about them and I share with everyone what's happening. And one of the big themes for 2023 is that people who are destined for something, who have a soul mission that they're not necessarily in alignment with, okay, um, the universe is going to start removing all the obstacles. And for people who haven't been doing the shadow work, for people who haven't been focusing on the growth, focusing on the evolution, focusing on recognizing where, they've got wounds and traumas and where they're holding back, the world is going to become very hard for them. I don't feel like you're that person. I feel like you're a very conscious person. What I will say to you though is that when the universe starts removing obstacles, the universe could very well see your current job or your current boyfriend or your current living situation or whatever it is as an obstacle, as something that is stopping you from fully expressing and birthing this. And that would mean that those things are going to be removed in your life, not to cause you pain, not to cause you suffering, but to finally propel you forward, okay? The mystic rose, compassion, devotion, humility, humanity, and grace. A new story, you decide. Alignment, it's coming together. The return. You're returning to you, not to who your parents or your boyfriend or your friends or whoever else wanted you to be. You're returning to you. Mother Rose, returning to each other. Humanity, compassion. I wonder if some of you wanted to have a job where you worked with people. I keep seeing humanity, humanity, compassion, compassion. I don't know why. This is very specific. So if it doesn't align, don't take it. But this is for one of you out there that's going to listen to this video. Um, I got an image of me when I was little at the hospital. When I was little, I spent a lot of time at the hospital, and there would be specific nurses or specific healthcare providers that would come in and put on plays or put on shows, or volunteers that would put on plays, put on shows, do really funny things. Like I spent a lot of time. I spent 3 months at the hospital, October, November, December, when I was little. Um, and they would do these fun little things to entertain the young children, to brighten up their day. And for some of you, it's something to do with entertaining. The fifth house in my mind's eye is really illuminating. The fifth house is ruled by Leo. It is children and it is creativity, it is art, it is self-expression, it is vitality, it is joy. It is the Sun card in Tarot. It's time for you to do that. Whatever that like creative expression is, it's time for you to do that. Don't be afraid to allow yourself to be seen. Maybe some of you want to become a mother. I'm trying to tap into as many different messages that are coming in right now. So if I'm a little bit silent, it's because I'm just receiving. So I don't do reversals, but the Ten of Swords. And I say, but the Ten of Swords came out reversed, which means that you are the one that is holding yourself back from just letting this end. Your thoughts can be your worst enemy, but they're not your thoughts, babe. They're whoever, like mom, dad, brother, sister, uncle, aunts, anybody who influenced you in your upbringing. It's time for you to just like purge that. Like if you look, this could be like the shadow aspect and the light aspect. You see, like the shadow is the purging. This is underneath the purging. This is the way you're going. It's up. You're going up. You're going up and out. Hmm. Mhm. Have you struggled with money your whole life? Have you always felt like there was never enough? Have you, I'm going to start to get really emotional here. Oh boy. Did you grow up in a I'm seeing some of you that lived in a trailer park, and no hate to trailer park, but your mom, very poor, smoking inside the trailer park, um, or in the trailer, sorry, very impoverished homes, some of you grew up poor. And you're out of that deep poverty now, some of you. But this thing that you're stopping yourself from doing, it is your golden ticket to financial abundance, to security, to safety. Money isn't happiness, but we live in a capitalistic world. So we need to acknowledge that. Here it is. I just want to point out, look at this. It's like the divine team is telling you, follow your path, follow your purpose, birth this new age and put an end to your sorrow, your pain, your suffering, and welcome in financial abundance, security, a legacy. I'm seeing the way, that some of you have grown up. It hasn't been easy. Strength. Guess who else is the fifth house? Strength. It's Leo. Right here. Fifth house. Your creative expression. Balance. This is believing yourself. This is having the courage. It is taming the beast within through the divine masculine and divine feminine energy. Ace of Cups. Seven of Cups. Yeah, I see you. I see you. See, for you, it's that what holds you back is your inability to get out of your head. See, this is the mind. This is intellect. This is in the head in the clouds. For you, the most powerful thing that you can do right now is to make a plan. Write down exactly the things that you'd want to do. I want to be a performer. I want to start a new business. Whatever they are going to be for you, okay? Write it down. These are the careers I want. These are the things I want to do. And then map out, okay, if I want to do this, what do I need to do next? So I need to watch some YouTube videos. There's tons of free content. There's tons of free information, not just on my channel, but on so many channels. Eight of Wands, propelling yourself forward, beginning a new journey. One of you needs to hear this. You had a very talented mom. Very talented, very gifted mom. But the environment that she grew up in restricted her and didn't give her the opportunity to show up authentically as she was or as she is. They really held her back, shamed her, judged her, criticized her. They did a lot of awful things. And so your mom never expressed herself. And in her not doing that, she instilled her fears, her insecurities into you. Oh my God. You need to do this, okay? You need to get clear. You need to get specific. You need to get intentional. You need to make a plan. You need to do this. I'm going to post a video up here for you to watch. It's called If You're Stuck and Unhappy. Okay? I was like, why do I need to look at the bottom of the deck? Not normally my thing, especially not in a reading like this from source, right? So I did. I've shuffled this deck a gazillion times, okay? The King of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles. Look at that. Open up your throat chakra. Open up and express yourself. Show the world who you are and receive all the abundance in the world. It's literally here. It's time, group number one. It is time. All right. If you want to book a single session with me or get some type of cosmic coaching, pick up your amulet or go join my school, you can do so in the description box below. Okay. Over at the Academy, I have different courses that are going to be launching as well as a newsletter, all with additional exclusive info that will help you and support you in your spiritual journey. Thank you so much for your likes, your comments, your shares, your subscribes. We'll see you later, alligator. Peace out. Bye. Hello, group number 2. This is going to be your reading if you picked High Priestess, all right? Or group number 2. It's beautiful labradorite and moonstone. This is for those of you that are ready to tap into the inner wisdom and the energy of the High Priestess in Tarot. We are going to be pulling out a lot of cards, okay? I am going to channel through the reading. I'm not going to just spend a specific amount of time channeling. I'm just going to receive the information and purge it out or share it with you. So I just heard sometimes stillness is a girl's best friend or a guy's best friend, whatever. Stillness. How can you pause right now? Where are you trying to propel yourself forward without having all the information? Where can you maybe slow down and see things from a different perspective? Let's see how that shows up. Trust the timing. Trust the wave you came on. Time is not running out. Okay, there we go. Stillness. You're trying to rush something here, and you can't rush it. Like, let the record know. I mean, you guys haven't seen it, but I know in my own heart and my own soul, like, I did not look at any of the cards I put down. Okay? And for those of you that came from my original channel, you all know that I'm super psychic. And this year, my psychic senses are like amplified. You are not alone. Isolation, physical connection, community. So the biggest message that I'm getting here is that you're trying to rush something, force something in, but you don't have everything yet. Earth School, life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning. Perhaps it's time for you to do a little bit of higher learning. Perhaps it's time for you to embark on a journey of seeing yourself or seeing aspects of your life from a new lens. The ninth house in astrology is all about higher learning. It's elevated learning. And that's what I feel like you are going through right now. You are needing to receive more information like the High Priestess. You see, let me put these cards down and I'm going to tell you something, okay? I'm going to share a little story with you. The return, a new story, you decide, alignment is coming together. The Sun, joy, enjoyment, life forces, success, vitality. Let's get the last one. Mystic Rose, compassion, devotion, humility, grace. Here is something birthing, something new for you, but that means that you need to come into alignment with it as well. When I first started my YouTube channel, this is like 2019, I knew that I needed to do that, right? Like I knew that that was what I was birthing, but I didn't understand the world of YouTube yet. And I had to learn. I had to research, I had to watch other YouTubers, I had to watch YouTube videos on like how to be a better YouTuber, etc., etc. I had to do that to um in order to create a successful YouTube channel. I had to learn. I had to educate myself. I had to embrace being a student of the universe, of the world of YouTube, etc. Because I had all the sacred knowledge, the inner wisdom, like I have that to pass on and share with you. But I was scared to. So I used tarot, a divination tool, to share messages with you all on the main channel. If you've come from there, you'll know. If you haven't, then now you're knowing a little bit of my backstory. So I used tarot and I was doing the weekly readings and everything was going great, like financially fantastic, super great. The channel was growing. The other channel has over 130,000 subs. Like, it was amazing. But then something happened. I was not in alignment. And I could feel it. I could feel it eating inside of me. That I was not in alignment. And it was driving me bananas because I had cultivated this community. I had cultivated this group. I had built these people. And now they were mad at me and stopped watching my content because I wasn't giving them what they wanted. So they weren't loyal to me. But I needed to be loyal to myself. You see, I rushed in thinking that I could mask and hide myself under doing the weekly readings. But I could only do that for so long because it wasn't in alignment. I was trying to look for the shortcut. So I had to learn some life lessons. And I'm sharing this with you because I feel like you are destined for something very powerful. You pick the High Priestess. The High Priestess amulet is a very, very powerful amulet. I've had people message me after purchasing it and wearing it and going, Charlene, the dreams that I have, or the visions, or the intuitive hits, the downloads. And that's because it's labradorite and moonstone blended together. The moonstone is a highly, highly psychic stone on its own. It's connected to creation, birthing new things into being, tuning in and tapping in. It's connected to the crown chakra. And then we have labradorite. Labradorite is connected to the galaxies. So you've got these two stones working together to help you literally tune in and receive and see. Never mind that, labradorite is a highly protective stone as well. It's a psychic stone. And so you're venturing off on this new journey. Maybe you're wanting to start your own spiritual business. Maybe you're realizing that you have, psychic gifts, but you're trying to rush it. You're trying to do what I did. And I will tell you something, do not take shortcuts. And I say this to my son all the time, shortcuts lead to long cuts. And you were compelled to click on this video and click on this group because you have a very important soul mission. But you need to learn from me and from others who tell you don't take the damn shortcuts. Shortcuts always lead to long cuts. You see, you're thinking that by taking the shortcut, by rushing this thing, by propelling yourself forward and pushing yourself forward, you're going to get this enjoyment, this success, this vitality, this happiness, whatever. And it will be short lived though. Because what will happen is then you will realize you are not in alignment. And so what I had to do last year was I had to make a really hard decision of stopping the other channel doing the weekly tarot, watching my income drop, watching my following count drop, watching everything fall. Then I also had something really awful happen to me that I can't publicly talk about at the same time. So I couldn't even devote myself. I couldn't even devote myself to building this new channel, to doing other content. I was like pulled in all these different directions. And it taught me the very important lesson of always connecting to higher learning, to trust the wave, to operate from humility and grace and compassion with myself, and show up in the world like that as well. And I think that's what you're needing to learn too as well. A little bit of humility. Yeah, some of you are destined to be stars. There's no denying it. I can see you. I know who you are and you know who you are too. As soon as I said that, you felt that ping in your heart, in the pit of your stomach. Your intuition was like, that's you. You're meant to be a star. You're meant to go to these big places. You're meant to experience these big things. But I will promise you this, the universe will humble you real fucking quick when you're not in alignment. when you're not operating from a place of humility and grace. Whatever it is that you are diving into, that you are wanting to bring into, for some of you, it's work outer space. I don't know why I'm seeing astronauts here, or like NASA, or working with energy, crystal healing, like whatever it may be, swimmers. Your job is to fine tune your gift. Fine tune your gift. Some of you can read the Akashic Records. You guys are a very psychic group, and your psychic or healing abilities, your esoteric knowledge, that's what's actually going to be what's the word I'm looking for? What causes this great fame for you. You all know Walter Mercado? He's passed on now, but one of my favorite astrologers. He used to be on all the Spanish channels. Huge, 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 huge name. He was famous for his astrology. There it is. Birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. I mean, come on. How are you being called to step up and lead? I'm telling you, guys are so flippin' psychic. I'm tuned in and tapped into you all right now. I can see you. Empaths, highly sensitive, connect with nature, get grounded. Yeah. So here's your thing. I'm going to share with you again a little story about when I first started doing this. I am highly psychic. My crown chakra, my third eye are literally wide open all the time. When I went to go do my Reiki level 1 healing, my Reiki teacher, she's a Reiki master. For any of you that are Reiki teachers or Reiki masters or learning how to do Reiki, drop it in the comments. Let people know that, you know, who you are. Speak it into existence, even if you're not started yet, but that's what you want to do. She was doing Reiki on me as she was anointing me and bringing me into the level 1. And she said to me, you know, I had to have my eyes closed. I had to sit on a chair, etc. And she said to me, I was waiting for you to start floating away. She's like, she's like, you could probably levitate if you wanted to, because you're so powerful in your crown and in your third eye. She's like, however, how that plays as a downfall, or how that restricts you in a bit, is the fact that you live so much up, like you're so powerful, like you would levitate and fly away, and you wouldn't know how to bring yourself back down. And she's absolutely right. In the beginning, when I used to do tarot readings, the weekly ones, I would cry because I would feel, when there was sad readings, I would feel so much. Empaths, highly sensitives. You have to learn how to ground. That's part of your learning lesson here. How to receive the information that you're getting, right? You're connected already. You're like me. You're connected in the crown. The crown. The crown. That looks like the crown as well, right? You're already connected. It's about how do you bring it back down to earth so you can share it with the world. How do you do that? And that's through getting grounded. It's almost like routines and rituals. I'd be curious to know if you've been getting that calling to do more routines, to have more rituals. I almost feel like your spirit army, you know, your divine team, your angels, whoever, your guides, whoever's with you, has been telling you, like, journal, go for walks in nature, hug a tree, Get bare feet out in the earth. Mm. So you're scared that if you don't start this now, you're not going to have any money. Scarcity mindset. There's the sun again. I love that for you. Let's get the other two, and then I'll read. I'm trying, something's wanting to come in. I just heard, how do I express what I'm seeing and what I'm receiving? Seven of Cups at the bottom and the Tower. Okay, so I'm going to sit here and channel just for a little bit because I'm getting a lot of messages right now. We're seeing a lot of talk, especially if you're on TikTok and you're in that world, that like divine feminine, divine masculine energies are just like gender roles and blah, 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 repurpose, blah, blah, blah. See, that's not true. Because the universe, even if you look at Chinese medicine, even if you look at like Hindu teachings, yogic teachings, like anything, there's masculine and feminine energy in all things. Okay, there's that duality, the yin yang. Okay, that is the laws of the universe. You can't change that. Okay. The thing that's happening here is that your divine feminine energy, receptivity, creativity, expression, sensuality, all these aspects, listening, all these divine feminine attributes, they have experienced a lot of wounding. And through that wounding, whether it be trauma, whether it be self-deprecating thoughts, whatever may have happened to you, it has stopped you from tuning into that divine feminine life force that exists within you. But just because you're not tapped in, it doesn't mean that you don't have it. It's like it's there. And then, so this is your divine feminine energy, for example, and then there's you. The plug's just unplugged, but you're still seeing it. You're just not receiving it as much. And that's why there's this propelling for you of wanting to start this, whatever it is, this new business, become a psychic, tell the world you're psychic, start healing, start this journey, start this chapter. But you're doing the exact opposite by not practicing stillness right now, by not giving yourself the space to learn, to receive information, by trying to rush this process. See, you're birthing the new creation. That's, no one's denying you that or stopping that from happening. You are the priestess. You are the high priestess. We know this. However, you didn't get the high priestess. You got priestess. And I always talk about this, and I actually have two bracelets, one called the high priestess and one called priestess. Priestess is when you're just beginning your journey. High priestess is when you have already leveled in, when you've had that time, that experience, the wisdom that only comes with time. Time is a great teacher. But you're trying to rush this because of poverty, of scarcity, of isolation, of feeling poor, alone. What you're not seeing, because you're too much up there and you struggle to ground yourself here. Hi, Ray. You haven't come to any of the readings. Hi, babe. I don't know if you have familiars, but pets play a really big role in your life because Raven does not come on the readings, and she is literally all over yours right there. So you need some deep healing here, my love. Ma'am? Anyways, with the sun here, okay, and the Six of Swords, your job right now is to start connecting with like-minded people. So if it's being a psychic, if it's whatever, playing, whatever this thing is that you're trying to rush, connect with the people that are already doing it. Connect with them. Work together with them. Okay? Get to know them. Let them guide you. Because that's how you're going to experience more joy in this world. You're trying to do something alone that you're not meant to do alone, you see? Your job now is to engulf yourself in schools, in courses, in classes, in communities where you will be able to work together with other people, where you will be able to learn from other people so that you can expand your mind, expand your learnings. Raven, you are ridiculous. And I think that you need to experience a little bit more laughter in your life too. You've become too serious about this. So Raven's like, let me show you how hilarious this is. Ma'am, I'm not letting you do it again. I just fixed it. Absolutely not. You can sit here and read with me. There you go. Here you go. Perfect. Thank you. There you go. Mhm. See, what's going to happen now for you, you just love it, don't you? Love taking away the beauty here, is the fact that in this Two of Swords, the swords are not crossing. You're clearing a path by connecting with people, by aligning with like-minded souls, by experiencing more joy and more happiness through community, through learning, etc. It's almost like they will teach you, they will show you, they will give you tools, they will help you and how to tap in to this. Because there's something here that's restricting you. And that's why in the beginning I heard that stillness. You're trying to rush something that's not necessarily ready to come out yet. It's like a flower. When it's blooming, you can't rush the process. You got to let it happen. And with this Three of Swords and the Get Grounded, you feel people's feelings like nobody's business. You feel a lot all the damn time. But that's why you need to ground. Because how will you deliver the psychic messages that you're getting? How will you be able to channel? How will you be able to be a medium for other people if you can't clear things away and work with things, right? It's all coming muddled together. You're not going to see clearly. And that's, I think, why you picked High Priestess, because you're leveling up. You're in this leveling up. The gift is yours already, but you're trying to force yourself into leveling up without sitting and being the student right now. So take more courses, learn more, listen, start disciplining yourself to have certain routines, certain structures. For some of you, what I heard was, how do I deliver the messages that I'm receiving? Because if it's feeling all mumble jumbled, you have to learn now. So journal, write things down. Every morning, wake up and journal your thoughts, your dreams, what you see. There's on your iPhone, or I don't know if you have Android, whatever, there's got to be like a notes section on your phone. I know there is an iPhone. Type in the downloads that you're getting. Because right now it's like it's there, but you're not knowing how to articulate and download it and spit it out. And that's part of your purpose, is to spit it out, to share it with the world. So you have to figure out how to do that, but you have to go through the sacred passage of higher learning, of trusting the timing, of finding joy and pleasure instead of being so stuck in the energy. And working together with other people. All right, group number 2, I'm going to pop a video from my main channel right here for you to watch. So go check it out after this one. It will help you with what you're going through right now. Okay. It is the top 5 secrets to help you spiritually prepare for 2023. Okay. I think that will give you a lot of insight into what's coming up next for you. And if you want to book a single session or get cosmic coaching, purchase your amulet, or do any of those things, take a look at the description box below. Thank you so much for your likes, your comments, your shares, your subscribes. We will see you later, alligator. Peace out. Bye. Hello, group number 3 or pile 3. This is going to be your reading if you picked Divina or group number 3. I do want to start off by talking a little bit about Divina, the amulet, because I do find that oftentimes the amulet that one picks when they are doing these pick a cards very much has a message that corresponds with the reading in itself. So Divina is all about tapping into your divine feminine energy. Divina is all about being able to practice and embody what it means to be a divine feminine in this world. Now, even if you are a masculine watching this, even if you're a man, it doesn't matter. What matters is the understanding that within us, we each have masculine and feminine energy. We are in itself duality, okay? And Divina shows up when people, whether masculine or feminine, doesn't matter, are imbalanced. When I think about amethyst and angelite and rose quartz, I hear balance, I hear harmony, I hear receptivity, I hear sensuality, I hear creativity. And so a question to ask yourself as you're listening to this reading, as you're receiving the downloads, the messages, etc., is where, oh, and there's Raven's hair, of course. Where in your life right now do you need to restore those traits in your life? Where have you been operating from your masculine? Inner temple, devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. It almost makes me feel like you are rediscovering yourself. There is an energy of you now needing to take charge. And it's interesting too that you got the warrior woman here. I'm going to give you this download that's coming in before I pull more cards, okay? What this is making me feel, and the message that I'm getting from source, because I am channeling a little bit as we're doing this, okay, is that for a long time you thought that you needed to be a certain way. And all of that is unraveling. Your thought patterns, your behaviors, your self-expression, etc. And all of that is completely unraveling this year. And it's unraveling not to cause you harm, not to cause you fear. It's unraveling because you are finally coming into being. So it's like you're a child again. You've released the facade, the masks, and now you have this space of rawness to become that which you've always wanted to be. See, Warrior Woman says, if you weren't afraid, what would you do? I immediately, when I heard that, I saw an image of a very timid child, a child who was always told to be silent, to sit proper. You didn't have the space to express yourself freely. And now it's like you've come out of these chains. I'm seeing someone very shy, very, I almost want to call you like geeky or nerdy. Maybe you got in, maybe you were picked on a lot, or you got in trouble at home. Whatever happened really impacted your self-esteem. Get grounded, empaths, highly sensitive, connect with nature. And I think the reason, excuse me, I think the reason why this happened to you is because they didn't understand the power that you had. You were always different. Everyone went right and you went left. Everyone jumped and you ducked. You always chose the path less traveled. The thorn, protection, boundaries, clear communication. Look at that. That's a little child back here. Now you are learning how to protect that inner child within. Look how powerful this individual looks here. This person is not afraid. She realizes how powerful she is when she stands in her boundaries, how protected she is, only expressing herself with clear communication. The bloom. Creations realized, right time, harvest, celebrate. I almost get this energy that you've been feeling like it's time to level up. Like it's time for you to be 2.0 version of you, like you're ready to show the world a different part of you, a part that many people don't even recognize or know who you are. The bud, potential promise, it's about to happen, keep going. I keep seeing this imagery of one step in, one step back, one step forward, one step back. And I think what you need to remember is that you are not who you were before. The person that they disrespected, the person that they may have abused or hurt or criticized or judged or mocked or made fun of or whatever, that's not you anymore, group number 3. And because it's not you anymore, you don't have anything to be afraid of. Because you'll know how to defend yourself, even if your voice trembles. You are really coming into this feminine energy that exists within you. See, many people think that the feminine is like weak. What happens when Mother Nature gets pissed? The wrath of Mother Nature. Wow, beautiful card. Look at this. Baby steps. Action, follow your intuition before it makes sense. Gorgeous, I love this. You are walking through a whole new phase of your life. Like, this is the portal, this is the door. It's like the doorway. As you walk through it, oh, everything that awaits for you on the other side of you showing up in your full expression. This is so beautiful. This is you tuning in and tapping into your divine feminine energy. The warrior, the empath, the one who knows how to protect her energy or his energy. Jump in. Andromean energy, adventure, say yes to change. I absolutely love this. I adore this. Look at you here. Going inward, into the mind's eye. You're starting to see things from a whole new perspective. A whole new way of being. You got the love. Hydranian energy, codependency, boundaries. Wow. Boundaries are very important for you. Very, very important for you. I'm not sure that you grew up with very healthy boundaries. I'm not sure that you grew up knowing what boundaries are. And I think that as a coping mechanism, as a protective mechanism, you made a choice to to sit in your masculine. My voice, this whole time I'm recording, I'm wondering if you were not allowed to talk, or like you're always hushed, or I don't know, your voice. It's something to do with your voice. The High Priestess. Wow, look how powerful that is. The High Priestess underneath the warrior woman. You're also getting a lot of major arcana here. Oh, that's too many. I'm just going to put this here. Nature, earth, water, that is very important for you. Look at these synchronicities. The inner temple, very warrior energy, very much connected to nature. The Queen of Wands. Here's the leveling up. Oh, one card fell. Oh, there's that inability to speak that I was sensing, because the fact that my throat, Three of Pentacles. I'm just going to grab the one that fell. The Fool, beautiful. You have to understand that the work that you've been putting inward, the learning, the experience, the information, what you've been receiving from your angels, your masters, your teachers, your loved ones, those little nudges, it's now time to act on them. It's now time to start taking actionable next steps. With confidence and grace, knowing that you have the messages from source. You know, you understand what you need to do here. Right? So this to me is like inward energy, right? What lies within you, that psychic ability, that sacred knowledge, that inner wisdom, that intuition. And this is the warrior woman externally, how to present yourself out to the world. The Queen of Wands here is also confirming that for me. Confident, charismatic, all eyes on her. She's very kind. She is the star, though. She is the spotlight. When she walks into a room, all eyes are on her. All this work that you've been doing, going inward, self-reflection, introspection, analysis, that is the theme that's going to carry on for the next little bit, is to always go back inward. When something isn't clear, to meditate, to get grounded, to get clear. The Two of Wands is about coming out of your comfort zone. It's about making a plan to take a step forward. Where are you going to venture off into? And for you, the answer lies in being able to connect with earth, with nature. Because the conversations that you are going to be having, the communication that you're going to be having right now, or in the time that you're watching this video, this is for you. This is for your, what's the word I'm looking for here? It's not revenge, it is redemption. This is your redemption, blooming, turning into who you always were, the embodiment, the alignment. Speaking your truth, protecting that inner child, guarding and taking care of that inner child, honoring that inner child. This is the time to start stepping into your power, to face anybody who may have oppressed you, to seek justice and demand justice. You can't be afraid. You have to find the way to keep going here with the bud and the baby steps. There is a clear path that your angels, your masters, your teachers, your loved ones, they've shown to you. A very clear path. And it is your job now to follow that path. Here with the Queen of Wands, this is you literally going from, this quiet, potentially afraid or timid individual walking through the portal and coming out the Queen of Wands. The Three of Pentacles is typically about networking. It is about working together, collaborating, etc. But when I look at this, I hear celebration. They're all dancing in a circle, and it's more than three of them, and it's the Pentacles. Potentially for some of you, this is about getting into a new career, a career where you're in the spotlight. And the universe is telling you now is the time. Make the plan, right? Get clear, get intentional, and jump in. Say yes to the change. Stop being afraid here because something keeps pulling you back, tethering you back, and I'm not sure what it is. I'm not getting a lot of clarity on that. But at the bottom of whatever it is that is holding you back or slowing you down is the word fear. And there are 5 fundamental fears, and I talk about it in one of my videos on my main channel. I'm going to share the link up here for you once I'm done this reading so you can go take a look at it. Fear of loss of love, fear of poverty, fear of death, fear of ill health, and fear of criticism or judgment. You see, how can you embody this goddess energy, warrior woman, the high priestess, and the Queen of Wands? The trifecta here of the most powerful feminine energy to exist: intuition, beauty, and strength. That's the trifecta. Celebrating here all into one, the threes, right? So what if you were divinely protected? What if the universe had your back? What if everything would go well? What would you do then? My assumption is that you would jump right in. My assumption is that you would follow your intuition. My assumption is that you would do it. So where is this codependency here? Do you feel like you need to do it with someone? Do you feel like it's not time yet? Let me tell you, you know that sentence, when I blank, then I'll blank? That is one of the most crippling mindsets to have. When I lose weight, then I'll start this new business. When I heal, then I'll find love. When I save more money, then I'll be able to do this. That. No. Those are excuses that we make as humans because we are afraid. And you're being told here not to be afraid anymore. You're being told to take this leap. You are being reminded of the power that exists within you and to embody that, to be it. The last card you got is the Fool. It's the beginning of a journey. And if you're watching this video in 2023, there's a little bit of Fool energy this year. Astrologically speaking, there is. This opportunity to take a step out into the abyss, transforming, surrendering, having inner trust, inner faith. knowing that you will be protected, knowing that you will be supported, knowing that you got the love. Love. When you are in your divine feminine energy, tuned in, tapped in, you are love. How can you honor and love yourself more? How are you not right now? And why? That's my favorite word, why? The wind is blowing so strongly here in Toronto. The trees are moving. It's still dark outside. I record these in the middle of the morning, like I'm telling 4 or 5 in the morning. I'm sharing with you 4 or 5 in the morning. The energy feels like this cataclysmic, like it's brewing, the word I want to use, brewing, as I'm doing your reading. What if you walked through the storm and came out on the other side so ever powerful? You can weather this storm. You are weathering this storm. And you will come out walking through the portal and taking this new step. And that is the biggest message that your angels, your masters, that's an urgent message. It's time for you now to take this next step. Embodying the divine feminine energy that exists within you. No longer afraid of persecution, of judgment, of anything. All right? If you want to book a session with me, take a look at the description box below. I offer single sessions and multiple coaching section packages. If you want to pick up your amulet or join my school, all of that information is in the description box below. Thank you so much for your likes, your comments, your shares, your subscribes. We'll see you later, alligator. Peace out. Bye. Hello, group number 4. This is going to be your reading if you picked this beautiful priestess amulet from StarSea Jewels. This is one of our best sellers over on the store. Or if you picked group number 4. All right, we have a lot of cards to review and take a look at, and I will be channeling throughout as the messages come through. I do feel like a lot of you have been, sorry, I'm laughing because Willow's laying outside of my office and I can just see one of her eyeballs through the creak of the door or the crack of the door. So some of you may have funny pets who do really comical things. But oh, actually, what I was going to say to you before I got distracted by Willow is third eye. That was the big message I was getting, was activating or wanting to activate your third eye. And then I saw Willow's eye and I got distracted. So it's really funny. Yeah, the third eye. I'm sitting here and it's almost like my pineal gland is like bing, 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 bing. So I'm not sure if a lot of you have been wanting to tap into your third eye, have been trying to figure out how to connect with your third eye, or open it up. Okay, but that's a big message that's coming through, and perhaps during today's reading you'll get a little bit of insight as to the how or the why. I do feel like your psychic senses have also been activated, or you've been really tuning into your spirituality. There is also this message of experiencing your spiritual awakening, or having like recently been going through one or just started one. I almost just feel like you're leveling up spiritually, uncovering all these different aspects of your spirituality, which is very on theme for 2023 if you're watching this in 2023, because 2023 is all about deepening our spirituality and finding our sacred calling. Okay, so having said all of that, let's dive into the first batch of cards, okay? So this was the card that you actually picked from your pile, and it says cracked open, rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. Okay, so there's that spiritual awakening that we were talking about, and 222 on my clock as I said that. Yeah, there is that spiritual awakening that we're talking about. Here it is, right? Everything that you thought you knew is being undone to give you space to see something from a completely different perspective. You know, a spiritual awakening can really rock you, especially if you're not prepared for it, or have been denying or ignoring the signs. Starkeeper, cosmic ancestors, see the light by being by staying grounded. Okay. So you're really called right now to stay grounded, to stay really focused. I feel like, excuse me, I feel like you're, I knew it. I knew it. I could feel it from the very beginning when I tapped into your energy. Um, I almost feel like for some of you, from a long time, you have known that there's something unique about you, that there's something different about you, that maybe you possess different qualities or unique gifts. However, you know, our society doesn't really lend to it, or it didn't really lend to psychic gifts in the past, right? There's a lot of um, denial around people being gifted. And I think that maybe because of your upbringing or however, you know, you developed and wherever you developed and grew up, you didn't really have this opportunity to dive into your spiritual gifts. And so you put them away, you compartmentalize them, you shove them under the rug, whatever. And here you are now watching this video because you felt drawn to it, and you picked this group because you felt drawn to it. But more than that, you're in this place where you're like, I have something. I need to figure out what this is. Like, why are my dreams coming true all the time? Why am I getting visions? Why am I hearing things? Like, you know, it's almost like it feels like you're going crazy, but you're really not. You're literally cracked open. So you're like direct contact, receiving so much info. The grounded card for you really, really identifies with your need right now to stay rooted on earth as you are becoming this vessel for receiving information. Okay, what does that look like for you? Well, depending on where you live, putting your feet out on the grass right now, where I'm from, which is Toronto, Canada, it's freezing cold, so don't recommend that unless that's your thing. Okay, but like literally putting your feet on earth, hugging a tree, going for walks in nature, meditating, planting your feet solid on ground. Okay, going to a spa and like just really just landing and tuning into your body. Okay. The golden children, inner temple, tenderness, innocence, rare gifts. Remember from the very beginning, I said it's like you're psychic or you're opening up in your third eye. I'm telling you, you are very, very powerful being, okay? And you may have never or not been necessarily supported in your ability to see. Maybe you always knew things about people without needing to know things about people. Maybe you saw people for who they were. I'm not sure, right? It's going to be different for all of you. That's too many. I just need 3, please. And yeah, it's like, you know the song from Aladdin, A Whole New World? It's literally a whole new world for you. 555 on the clock. I am going to be editing this video just a little bit because in the beginning I made a mistake, but I said group 3 instead of group 4. But the clock, as I'm looking at the timer go off on my camera, I can really see these angel numbers are showing up a lot for you. Come to me, acting like a rose, receive abundance desires, temple of the rose, ancient power, expression, activating scarlet codes. Yeah, you are very, wow. I don't know, can you see my goosebumps? I am like, whew, oh boy. I think this is actually the most powerful group I've gotten. I mean, every single message is different. It pertains to a different topic, but yours is really connected to your spiritual awakening, to your spirituality, to the sacred calling, to the sacred knowledge, to learning. Come to me, acting like a rose, receive abundance, desires. Yeah, you're literally like a vessel for receiving right now, or feeling like you are, anyways. Temple of the Rose, Ancient Power, Expression, Activation, Scarlet Codes. I'm curious to know how much of your femininity you lean into. Regardless of whether you're a man or a woman watching this, it doesn't matter. How much are you of your femininity are you leaning into? Sub Rosa, hidden in plain sight mysteries, learning teachings. I'm being taken to somewhere by the water in my mind's eye. There are rocks and there are trees. So this doesn't feel necessarily like palm trees. It could be, but it feels more foresty, kind of, or yeah, different types of trees, bushels. It's like a ledge, but the water's right there. It's not like a cliff or anything like that. And I see like tree barks on the floor of like the sand leading into the shore. I'm just walking it to try and give you some imagery. Lots of trees everywhere. This almost feels like Vancouver or Alberta or like I want to say Montana, but I've never been to Montana, so I don't even know what Montana looks like. Do they have that? Is it a lake? Maybe it says Seattle. Where am I going? Where are you guys taking me? It literally feels like a massive, massive land of water. Okay, with trees everywhere. And we're just at this little, you and I don't know who you are because I can't see you, but I see you. It's somewhere you go. Perhaps you meditate there. Perhaps this feels like a past life for you. I just heard home. Hmm. Nature, the water, lean into that, okay? Because there's something there for you to receive. I do feel like you are receiving a lot of information lately, and it may feel a little bit overwhelming or a little bit confusing for you. I would encourage you to stay grounded or connect with the earth to help you as the messages are coming through for you. Okay? Because whatever you've been working on, whatever you've been doing has really just opened you up. And so rather than fearing it, or rather than being scared of it, or rather than resisting it, surrender to it, but ask for the support. And it's interesting that you picked Priestess as well, because that's literally what the Priestess amulet is all about over at StarSea Jewels. I designed it specifically for those who are just starting their psychic abilities, their spiritual awakening, who are just peeking behind the veil and seeing how much more there is to this world. So it's very interesting that you picked it as well. And this whole message has been about it as well. It's so many cards. Wow. It's interesting. That's not the first time the cards have done that. There's like so much to say to you. If you want to book a single session with me, take a look at the description box below. You're going to have to look at the cosmic coaching, but I offer single sessions or like cosmic coaching packaging, which is a 6-session package to support you in your awakening. Okay, you can take a look at that. And remember, like, I'll never DM you, I'll never do that stuff. Okay, you need to also look at group number 3's reading. Warrior woman, if you weren't afraid, what would you do? Protection, call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. I'm also getting the smell. What is that? Is that burning plastic? I'm sorry, I don't have any burning plastic in my house. I'm smelling something that's coming from your space. No, it's not burning plastic. It's an herb. Oh, dragon's blood. Woo, that's crazy. Okay. So listen, I'm not sure how much you know about herbs, if you work with them or not. I'm going to dive into this portion and the rest of the cards in just a minute. But the fact that now 12:22, as I said this, wow. The dragon's blood is a highly protective, uh, I guess we could call it an herb. It's more of a resin, kind of, okay? And You want to make sure it's real. Real dragon's blood is not like bright red. It literally looks like blood, like dried up blood. It's like very dark red. Okay. Um, and you need to burn it with a charcoal disc. They do sell incense, but honestly, I have not. I've tried various different ones. I personally like purchasing it in its purest form. It is a resin that helps to, that's cream on my hands, that helps to ward off negativity. It's great for exorcisms, for like releasing and removing toxic energy, toxic environment. If you're sick, it's great. Okay, I've used it for my son. I've done rituals when he's had a fever, and I burn the blood, the dragon's blood, and my son will smell it, and within a couple hours, the fever will go away. It's like the super powerful herb that or resin that I recommend everybody have in their home. And for you, I'm really getting this message that you need to get yourself some. Okay. I was like, I know that smell, but what is it? And it's very potent, just so you know. And when you are sick, okay, so just know this. This is a crazy thing that I've recognized from using dragon's blood. When you are sick, or if you've been giving the evil eye, or if you are not feeling well, or if somebody has bad energy or bad vibes, they will hate the smell of dragon's blood. It will be repulsive to them. They'll want to kind of throw up from it. So, and when you're not there, you'll love the smell of it. So it's very fascinating, the reactions it has on the body. When I see the warrior woman, the protection and the mirror, I feel like you're surrounded right now by people or in environments that don't support your spiritual growth and your spiritual healing. And you are recognizing this and realizing this, and now is this time for you to remove yourself. I know that it can feel really hard, it can feel really scary, it can be like an uncertain feeling, right? To be in a new environment with new people, or to maybe be alone for a little bit. But you need to understand that you are the warrior woman, and the journey that you're on right now, some people will not come along the journey with you. Okay? You're being called to very much protect and cultivate your energy here. You can't just talk to everybody or hang out with everybody. And I also feel like for some of you, your group of friends, like they're just not there anymore. You're evolving, you're growing, you're leveling up, and they're not love. And you may have to find a way to say goodbye to them in one way or another. Right? If they're hindering you more than they're helping you, then they can't they just they can't it can't be around, like you can't. Yeah. The mirror triggering you. Pay attention to who it is, because there are things here that are being um, shown to you right now about where this next step in your spiritual awakening journey will lead you. I heard mother or girlfriend or sister, the feminine energy. The magician. Look at that. You have all the tools at your disposal. Yeah, you're receiving so much knowledge. Yeah, wow. Oh man. Get a journal if you don't have one already and start writing everything down. These cards, none of the other groups did the cards all come out like this, where they just like are flying everywhere. I really feel like you're getting a downpour of knowledge. Your cards don't even want to stay on the table. That's nuts. I want you to see something. Sword, sword, sword. Sword. This is cutting through. Let me pull out the last card for you, and then I will. Yeah, you're going to have to find some strength here with the people that you are leaving behind or having to remove yourself, the environments from. Okay, there's something here that you need to understand with the swords. The Ace of Swords is obviously a new beginning, but the thing with the Ace of Swords is that you are cutting through the BS. See, there's two sides to the sword. And what you're doing right now is you're slicing through and you're being able to see between the realms, between the realities, what's true, what's not. You're cutting through a lot of bullshit and releasing and removing that which doesn't serve you anymore to make space for all this new information that's being literally lifted up and shared with you. You have to understand that this is not something for you to be afraid of. This is not something for you to worry about. This is not something for you to feel like there's something wrong with you. You've simply chosen to enter into your spiritual awakening. And I will share with you that 2023 is a year where a lot of people are going to be going through a massive spiritual awakening, and it is going to rock them. And if you're watching this and you've been doing some of the work, at least for you, it'll be a little bit baby steps or a little bit easier as you're experiencing this, right? Because when we experience a spiritual awakening, everything that we think we know unravels. Everything that we think we know just starts to fall apart. And what's happening for you is that you're seeing this literally. There's this slicing again, right? If we look at this, it's literally like you've grabbed the sword and just gone cracked open. It's everywhere, this imagery of you opening yourself up, your third eye that we talked about, activated. And it can feel very, very uncomfortable, right? The tower, it can most definitely feel like, what is happening here? Wow, everything's coming down, everything's going everywhere. This is awful. But you must understand that it's not awful. It's happening because you're being taught how to be the alchemist, how to manifest absolutely everything that you desire in your life, right? That's what you're being taught. This is going to call on you to have great strength. You will have to learn how to be courageous and brave and speak up and no longer be afraid. This is going to take some time with the Knight of Pentacles. Know that. But as long as you stay grounded, this could also actually, this awakening, if you start sharing your awakening, it could actually also, like your journey, it could also actually help you to earn income. So I'm not sure if some of you have been wanting to do like some type of social media or whatever, blogging, vlogging, whatever, but yeah, there's so much here to be thankful for. There's so much here to open yourself up to. Are you ready to listen? Are you ready to receive? Are you ready to see? Are you ready to open yourself up and not be afraid of what's to come, knowing that you are divinely protected, knowing that you are literally a cosmic ancestor? You have been doing this for lifetimes, and now you've come onto earth and you're experiencing this at this particular time because you are part of helping to usher in this beautiful new world, one of balance, one of harmony, one of respect, right? One of unity and individualization at the same time. It's like individuality through unity. It's like understanding that we don't have to hate each other if we're different, but we also don't need to force other people to do things that don't feel in alignment for them. That balance again, right? The scales. I have nothing else to share with you here. I feel like if you are ready and if you're feeling like this is your energy, go watch this video over on my other YouTube channel where I help walk you through the understanding of a spiritual awakening so you can confirm if you've been going through one. And there's tons of different videos over on my channel as well for you to watch, my main channel. But I welcome you and I'm here for you. If you need my help with anything, take a look at the description box below. I've been through 3 awakenings myself, okay? So yeah, the first 2 were the hardest. The 3rd one was like the universe was like, "You need to just do it now. Stop being so afraid." And if you wanna pick up this amulet to support you, okay, the blue lace agate and the moonstone are great psychic crystals and spiritual crystals. You can pick those up in the description box below. Thank you so much for your likes, your comments, your shares, your subscribes. We will see you later, alligator. Peace out. Bye.